What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mateo Family Vibes. And as you can tell, it is bright as can be out here today. So in this video, what I wanted to talk about is, we did that grocery shopping video a couple weeks ago, and I absolutely love the comments section. Love the feedback. I know that there's a ton of different places, obviously, where you can go grocery shop here in the Philippines. And of course, being an American, like the things that I do or that we do as a family are literally based off of the fact of how I was living in America, right? So in America, I would do most of my shopping at Costco because I would buy in bulk. And it just made sense, right? Now coming over here and trying to do the same thing, I think is a little bit different. It's different in the sense that a lot of the items that you're buying are imported goods, and some of you mentioned that in the comments, and you're absolutely correct. A lot of the products that are sold at SNR are imported products. So of course, they're going to be crazy expensive. How expensive? Just watch the video and you'll see. But it also brought some clarity as well, because ever since I got here, I've been doing things or living life as I would normally live life in America, right? So I went to, I would grocery shop at Costco for the majority of the things, and essentially that's what I did here because I thought it was the same, right? Now, granted, doing that video and listening to all the different comments and different aspects of, just different people that live here as well in the Philippines, and tell me a couple of different ideas, or gave me a couple of different ideas of different things to try. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out to different stores and we're gonna test. Is it really cheaper to go out to different areas or different stores compared to just sticking to, let's say, SNR? I don't know, we'll see. But I can tell you that the next time we go grocery shopping, which is maybe in about a week or so, we're gonna find out, because we're gonna try a completely different store and we're gonna do all of the grocery shoppings at that one store. And then we'll do the same thing with another supermarket, and we're really gonna find out, which supermarket has the better prices, and overall, can you save more money by going to different local markets instead of just one place like SNR that essentially sells most of the goods obviously imported. And again, I think that's why I went there to begin with, was because it just felt comfortable. And especially when you move out of a country, when you move out to a new country, you want to try to make yourself feel as comfortable as possible. And so shopping at SNR felt really comfortable to me. Now, it may have been the conversion rate at the time or whatnot, so that I was getting a lot more for a lot less. But obviously, with the currency of the dollar going down, it obviously makes a huge difference as far as how much I'm spending now per month. Now, every time we go to SNR, typically we're in the range of about anywhere from 12 to 14,000 pesos every time we go there, right? And I'll put the conversion rate, whatever that is, so you know what it is in USD. But now that video honestly has me questioning, okay, well, where can we go to get the absolute best price? And I know a lot of you said to go to local markets. That's great, but local markets, honestly, we don't eat that many vegetables, to be honest, to make it worthwhile to go to a local market. And I've been searching for local markets around my area, and honestly, the closest ones are still pretty far away, and I don't think it's worth the drive over there and coming back for the savings, I almost feel like the savings that I would normally have if I were to go to those fresh markets would essentially be kind of eroded by using Grab to go there and back, or something of that nature. Now, I have thought about possibly going to, there's a big farmer's market in Cubao, and I can actually get there pretty simply because the MRT station runs straight through Cubao, and so I would be able to go there pretty easily via the MRT 3 station. So that is something that I've been, kind of pondering to see, okay, should we go over there and just check out what's there? But again, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we as a family, like me personally, like I don't eat a lot of vegetables. The vegetables that I do eat, honestly, are frozen because that's just what I've done in America, right? So it's just a comfort thing of just knowing, that I could do the same thing here. And all of the meals that I eat are pre-made anyways. My wife meal preps basically all of our food that I eat, so it's already done, so we don't have to cook every day. But I am now just curious to just know, honestly, how big of a price difference is if we were to go to like, let's say, a farmer's market like the one in Cubao. Most importantly, do we actually save money? Now, I think getting there, if we take the MRT, but it is very convenient because it's literally right off the station. So I think that's honestly the one that I would probably go to first, just because of the convenience factor of it being, next to the MRT. Now, granted, I've looked for different farmers markets around where I live, and I didn't see very many that were close enough, either walkable or just close enough that I could go through, let's say, the MRT station or something like that. That's, that would make sense. Now, if you live in the Philippines or if you live in Manila, let me know in the comments, where are the farmers markets that I can get vegetables for a decent price, right? Let me know in the comments. Now, specifically for me, we live in Mandaluyong, and we're right next to the Bonnie station. So that right there should tell you exactly where we live, or at least around where we live. So Bonnie station in Mandaluyong. So if there's any farmers markets around that area, let me know. I know that I heard that there's one in Greenfield District on the weekends. So that may be another that, it's, again, easily accessible, that we can walk to from here, or even a Grab is like 80 pesos to go there. So it's really, very inexpensive. But yeah, very interesting to know where I can get some fresh vegetables. Even though, again, we don't buy a lot, but if we can find a place that sells them cheap enough, that's close enough, more than happy to, number one, support the local community, which I would prefer rather do, and then, see how fresh the vegetables are from these areas. Now, another big thing, or another big reason why we go to, let's say, SNR, is because of the meat. The meat there and the chicken there is good quality meat, and so that's why we go there. Primarily, that's the main thing that we essentially buy, at SNR, is we go there for the meat. Everything else is kind of extra that we don't really need to buy there if we don't want to, right? So that's another thing, is meat markets here. You go. I've been to meat markets before here, and I got to be honest with you. Like, I'm not used to, buying meats that way. And again, it's just something that comes with just being a foreigner in a different country. And I know to a lot of people, that's just how they would buy their meat, is in an open market, in the wet markets and stuff like that, which is perfectly fine. But for me, it's just something that is completely different, and honestly, I would just rather do it, the normal way that I would normally buy meat, which is from a supermarket, or in this case, S&R, where I could just buy big trays, of meat, and then that would last us 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so, and go from there. But interesting to have your thoughts on where we can buy these veggies from. And I'll be looking forward to hearing your comments below. If you live in the Philippines, specifically in Manila, or the Ortigas Central Business District. Be interesting to see your comments, and yeah, we are more than open to eating vegetables from that are sourced locally, obviously, and that are from a farmer's market. But let me know in the comments below, and we'll go there and check it out, and you can see for yourself whether or not it is actually cheaper or if it's even better quality. But anyways, thanks for watching this video, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing and joining our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.